Hello, my name is Minzy and this is my granddad's tie. Sorry, I've been a little bit delaying in my little reaction videos for Chelsea and Bangladeshi cricket games, but you can't blame me. I'm in Japan, so Ohayo gozaimasu. Welcome everyone. I'm definitely enjoying Japan. I love the hospitality. I love the Japanese people. Full respects to them. They literally have made me feel welcome from the moment I stepped off the plane and into my hotel room. They know that my Japanese is absolutely atrocious. I've probably insulted their language with my enunciation, so I do apologize to the Japanese people almost immediately. They must think I'm a bloody noob when it comes to trying to attempt to speak their language, but sumimasen, I will try to do a lot better as the days go by. But no, full respect to the Japanese people. I love them. I love them to bits. Anywho's, back to the video. It was Chelsea versus. No, well, actually, it's the other way around. It was Djurgarden, managed by Alan Titchmarsh, versus Chelsea FC in the UEFA Conference League. Now, unfortunately, I could not watch this game because it was 4 o'clock in the bloody morning when the game kicked off, and I had to go to Mount Fiji. Not the actual mountains. Obviously, the mountains are closed at this time of the year. It's too cold. I think they have from what I learned, they have their opening ceremony around like the end of June, July mark, and July 1st is when, if you signed up properly with a proper agency or the proper tour, then you can go off and climb Mount Fuji, which takes about 6 hours. Unfortunately, we couldn't do that, and we couldn't even see the sacred mountains, for it was cloudy and Mother Nature had no plans for us to see the beautiful mountains. The tour guide did say that, it's only really visible for 90 days of the year, so guess we're unlucky not to be, but it was still a good outing nonetheless. But we're not talking about my outing to Mount Fiji, we're talking about the game that I didn't get a chance to watch really, between Djurgarden and Chelsea, and it was 4-1 in the end. Very comfortable. I mean, I keep saying in this UEFA Conference League, we're probably well suited to be in the Conference League, because I think the UEFA Europa League is a step too far. But then again, at the same time, the Conference League may be beneath us as well. I would also reiterate that we've been very fortunate that we haven't played the other side of the draw, where Real Betis and Fiorentina are going to be knocking each other out. That tie is kind of slightly evenly balanced. But Real Madrid, Jesus Christ, that'll be a little bit disastrous for them if they're in that competition. Real Betis hold a slight advantage, being 2-1 up to Fiorentina, with the away leg at Le Viola coming up for them. But it seems like our tie is finished, it's done and dusted. For Djurgardens, obviously, it was their moment, it was their time to shine. First time they've been to a European semi-final of any competition. It was a big night for them. Unfortunately, Chelsea's clash showed in the end, racing away to a 3-0 lead at half-time. Sancho, who's slowly coming into a bit of form. He got his first goal at Stamford Bridge against Ipswich. Then he's making a couple of assists here and there, and he's popped up with a good goal. It's a good finish from him. After seeing the Chelsea highlights from the Chelsea website, because of course I can't watch the TNT Sports highlights over here unless I have a something like Ola or something like that, a VPN. So I'm not going to purchase a VPN, obviously not. But no, Sancho with a good finish, 1-0. And then a little bit later, it became 2-0 to Chelsea. Who the hell scored for us? I know the third one was Madueke. This is embarrassing. Let me see who it was. It wasn't Nico. I think it was Madueke, wasn't it? Let's have a little wee look. So it was embarrassingly that I don't even know. No, it was Madueke. Yeah, it was Madueke Jackson. Yeah, Madueke. Did we race into a 2-0 lead or a 3-0 lead at half time? Oh, Jesus Christ, it was 2. Oh, yeah, it was 2 bloody nil. Oh, dear, where's my head at? But yeah, it was 2. Noni Madueke. Nice sweeping move, left to right, on the right side of the penalty box, and Madueke sweeps it home at the goalkeeper's near post. That made it 2-0 at half time, not 3-0. That was. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Anyway, 3-0 shortly after the break. Jackson, well, it was a defensive calamity, wasn't it, between the centre half and the goalkeeper. It's one of those where you're taught that, you know, if you're facing your own goal and you're the defender, don't rely on your goalkeeper. At the end of the day, the goalkeeper is going to be in his own sort of nerves and elements. All right, I know it's a European semi-final, but Djurgarden, with the respect of that team, they're not, you know, regulars of European competition. They're not going to be in semi-finals left, right, and centre. You know, they're not like the main sort of European team that will make it into European semi-finals. So there's going to be nerves. There's going to be nerves on a very big occasion for them. 2-0 is a little bit disastrous, but the one thing you do want to do is make sure that the opposition don't get the third one. And unfortunately, defensive calamity. If it's one of those where where the keeper hasn't told you it's mine, just clear it. Just clear it as a defender. That's what you're taught. Like, there has to be a communication. Obviously, there wasn't any communication in Swede or English. I'm presuming it's Swede between the goalkeeper and the centre half, but whatever it was, there wasn't any. Jackson nipped in, nice little tap in for him. And then the fourth goal, which pretty much killed the tie off immediately. Jackson plants a shot into the top right hand corner. Now is Jackson coming into form based upon the fact that Tyreek George got our equaliser against Fulham and suddenly now feels his position is slightly under threat? Possibly. I want Tyreek George to be in the starting 11, to be honest with you. More so than maybe, say, Nkunku, who has slightly disappointed me this season, to be honest with you. Maybe injuries haven't helped him, unfortunately. But, you know, his place is under threat slightly from Tyree George, and, you know, fair play on him for Jackson to retort with those 2 goals. He had to, you know, make his mark, and he's gotten back with 2 goals, which is good for him, so well done on that. I know Djurgarden's got a nice little consolation goal, something for the fans to cheer about, but is this tie genuinely over for a European semi-final? You have to remember this. I think it has, sadly. I mean, look, at the end of the day, you don't want to rest on your laurels, you don't want to be taking things too lightly. At the end of the day, things can happen in the second leg if they're too complacent, but they're going to have to go for it at Stamford Bridge, and I don't think they've got the facilities or the players to go all out attack and score 4 unanswered goals or 3 unanswered goals to take it into extra time against Chelsea. I just don't think they do. That's no fault of their own. They done what they can, and they should be very proud of where they finished. Like I said, I don't want to ever judge a game and just say, yep, it's done and dusted. Let's start thinking about the final in Warsaw, but I think it's done and dusted, really, to be honest with you. But let's see. I've seen miracles happen. Hopefully, we don't see a miracle happen at Stamford Bridge, and things can go smoothly from there on in. Solid performance. Now comes the game against Liverpool, which is a 4:30 kickoff at Stamford Bridge. Newly crowned champions. Ooh, my phone's going off. Hello. Hello. Hi. Uh-huh. Oh, fantastic. Certainly. I'll be right away at the front desk. Just give me a couple of moments. Is that alright? Thank you so much. Oh yeah, sorry, that was the front desk. They might have information on where I can watch Chelsea versus Liverpool because of course kickoff's at 12:30 here in Tokyo, so it's going to be very hard for me to find a place to watch this game. So I'm going to quickly go over there and have a little chat with him. So yeah, newly crowned champions Liverpool. Like I said, generally when the title's done and dusted, you can start playing FIFA and football. I don't think this is going to be a game in which Liverpool will take it lightly. Neither do I think they'll be having a post-title celebration hangover. I think they could be even more dangerous at Stamford Bridge now that they've actually won the title. So let's see what this game holds. It's going to be fascinating. We need to win because Man City won on Friday, so they've pretty much cemented third place. And our next game after Liverpool is Newcastle away, and if we don't get a win there, if we lose that game against Newcastle United, I think it's done and dusted. So we have to win against Liverpool somehow. Now, if that's the case, I am going to end this video here. Goodbye, good night, and yeah, let's see where this place I can watch this game at 12:30 on a Monday morning. See you later. Sayonara. Arigatou gozaimasu.